Macmillan Audio presents Stranded by Bracken MacLeod. Read for you by P.J. Ochlan. The world will be hard, and the wrong will be great. The age of the beard of the sword, shields will shiver. The age of the storm and the wolf are to come. Before the world falls, man shall have no more reverence for man. Verluspa, Henry Morley, translator. O light! This is the cry of all the characters of ancient drama, brought face to face with their fate. This last resort was ours too, and I knew it now. In the middle of winter, I at last discovered that there was in me an invincible summer. Albert Camus, Return to Tipaza. Part 1. The Invincible Summer. 1. The void churned and swelled, reaching up to pull them down into frigid darkness, clamoring to embrace them, every one. A cold womb inviting them to return to the lightless source of all life, and die, each man alone in its black silence. The sea battered the ship, waves crashing against the hull as the ship's master tried to quarter, turning the vessel into the waves to lessen their impact. While he struggled at the helm, the crew scrambled to get into their gear. The men grabbed sledgehammers and baseball bats, rushing to the aid of their fellow deckhands, like a medieval army mustering to stand against the cavalry that would break them, line and bone. Noah wrestled with his waterproof gear, trying to pull on his pants and jacket, jamming hands into clumsy gloves that would combat frostbite for only so long. The ship pitched, and Noah lurched in the passageway, trying not to lose his footing, trying not to be thrown to the deck before he was even out in the storm. He shoved his foot into a boot, staggering away from his locker as gravity and momentum conspired to bash his skull against the bulkhead. He careened into the wall, feeling a pop and a blossom of pain in his shoulder. He gritted his teeth and shoved himself away. He had to get on the cargo deck with the others. He couldn't be defeated before he even got outside. A pair of deckhands pushed past him, pulling him off balance, slowing his forward momentum. "Out of the way, Cabot!" one shouted. Although the second man had a clear path behind his mate, he shoved at Noah also, cursing him for his idleness. Noah fell in behind the men and ran for the door. He ran to make his stand against the storm. On the cargo deck, he couldn't tell the difference between the sea horizon and the night sky. Driving wind and rain competed with swells that crashed on the deck. The only break in the blackness was the foam on top of the water and ice building up on the ship, illuminated by the spotlights above him on the forecastle. Water erupted over the sides of the vessel, freezing a new layer to the coat of ice building up as fast as the men could bash away at it. Normally, it would have been too dangerous to send men out in weather like this, but the ship was beginning to list, and if more ice built up, it could become top-heavy and roll over. Then, instead of the possibility of some men dying in the storm, they would all die in the sea. He whipped his head from side to side, taking in what the other deckhands were doing, trying to find a place to lend a hand. An angry voice commanded him to get moving. The boatswain, Serge Boucher, loomed over him, his words ripped away by the wind and crashing waves. "What?" cried Noah. Serge shoved an orange sledgehammer in his hands, leaned forward and screamed, "Get aft! Break the ice off the windward side!" He grabbed Noah with a hand the size of a polar bear paw and shoved him away from the bulkhead, out onto the free cargo deck. Noah slid and scrambled over the icy surface, struggling to avoid slamming into cargo boxes and shipping crates.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?